and I'm going to have a look at how to start making a mood board. A mood board is a really good first step in identifying the kind of world that you want to present on stage and collecting together all the different visual elements that are buzzing around that you don't quite know what to do with yet. So it happens quite early on in the process. So you start by looking at a wide range of different references and gathering in colour and texture and pictures and putting them together. And it could be in a scrapbook or in a sketchbook, but for today I'm just going to put it on this piece of black card. And I'm going to be looking for things which relate to the story of the piece that I'm working on, or to elements that are required by that story, as well as the emotional landscape of the piece. So if I start by looking in this interior magazine, just flicking through until things jump out at me, and I might not even know why I choose a particular thing. Quite quickly these things come together without even thinking about it. You begin to make something which is a really useful tool to communicate to other people what you're beginning to think about. And then maybe start piecing these things together on the page and seeing if there's a link with any of them that you've rather randomly gathered. And it's good to find some historical references, maybe from the period that the piece was written in. I might just start looking for other textures that could give me a clue as to what the final thing might look like. So I've been collecting these sculptural bits of paper. And it's got to be a good talking point. So you want to present it in such a way that someone who's coming to it fresh can understand where you're coming from, but also be interested in what you're doing. I use these colour charts quite a lot to find the colour worlds that I'm interested in and which colours work well with others. So it's about being a magpie and looking beyond the picture that you see in a magazine and maybe finding the texture or the detail that you like. And eventually I want to start drawing into that with maybe on this paper white pencils or some lighter graphite. I think it's really good to annotate what you're doing, because it's really easy to forget why you have done something, but also to include your own drawings, because this stage is quite fleeting, and I think there's a real atmosphere beginning to come through on this that I'd be interested to follow.